Hey, what's up? Welcome to live.besttechy.net, the place where we talk tech, answer your tech questions, and everything technology related. Today, I'm going to do a video on building a community, a web community, and there's a few things you need to know about when you start a website and you want to build a community. First of all, what's the best way to do it? What software should you use? How do you bring people and how do you keep people inside of your community? How do you get them to sign up and how do you get them to stay, more importantly? So, we're going to talk about a few different ways you can do this. And the first way is to think of the website's purpose. What do you want to do with your website? Right? How do you decide what the topic your website's going to be about? Now, I recommend when you start a website and you're looking to build a community, try and focus on one area in particular because you're starting to see niche markets are starting to become more popular than ever. Magazines moved over to the niche field a long time ago and more specialized areas because it's easier to make money, first of all, and you have a better chance of selling advertising with a niche community. Same with building a community. You have a better chance of building a community around one specific topic rather than a bunch of broad topics. So the best way to go is pick a topic that you're interested in, something you enjoy. Like I enjoy technology. That's why I picked to build my community around technology. So that's rule number one. Try and find something or make sure you pick something you're knowledgeable about and that you have an interest in or a passion in. So like me, I picked technology. That's number one. That's very important. If you don't have a passion about what your website's about, you will never ever get it to go anywhere because you're just not interested. You won't care. So you got to be interested in it. Second, what software should you use to build a community? Should you hire somebody to create custom software for you? Should you use pre-existing software? How do you go about doing it? All right. There's a few ways to look at it. The software on the market today there's a number of good solutions out there. In fact, I recommend that you go with pre-existing software as of right now because the software currently out there does a phenomenal job. There's software such as WordPress, which you can create to create a blog. I highly recommend you have a blog on your website. Whether you just have a blog and then an additional piece, which we'll get to, I'm going to talk about forums. But a blog is always pretty standard nowadays when you can post updates and post things about your website so people can come read and leave feedback. Feedback's important, by the way. We'll get to that. Also, so you want to have some kind of blogging system, whether it be WordPress or more of a content management system like Drupal, which has built-in blog software into its content management system, its functionality, which you can almost create an entire website from. And there are themes for WordPress, by the way. I use one called WP Remix, which I've edited a bit to make it fit Best Techie, but it allows you to use WordPress more as a content management system than anything else, which is neat. And it's not free though, but it is worth. They just came out with a new version, by the way, version 2. It's really nice software. Oh well, template at least. It's really nice. Anyway, Drupal and WordPress, good ways to go. Drupal is especially nice. Actually, WordPress has it too. But Drupal's forum software is more integrated. WordPress has what they call bbPress, which is their forum software. It's not the greatest. Neither is Drupal's. But that's why I'm going to recommend a separate piece of software for forums, which is called Envision Powerboard. There's also vBulletin and Simple Machines Forum and PHPBB. How do you pick? How do you pick and choose? Well, you pick, first of all, what's in your budget. If you can't afford to spend money on a forum software, you want to go with the free route. PHPBB is decent. It had issues in the past with security, but they've actually done a pretty decent job with it lately. Version 3 is supposed to be a lot better. I haven't messed with it too much, though. Simple Machine Forum, good way to go. Very nice software for free. I use Envision Powerboard. Envision Powerboard is really nice. It has community almost built into it by default. They recently added so you can leave comments on people's pages. You can see their recent posts and threads and who visited their profile and all that stuff. It's really, really nice. And this is all customizable. You can totally enable, disable certain features and whatnot. But the idea is you'll have a community through your blog and through your forums, and if you can integrate them together to make them work almost in conjunction with one another, so you have people from the forums reading the blog and you have people from the blog posting on the forums, it really works out quite nicely. Now, how do you do this? How do you get people to come to your site? Well, create good content. Good content is king. It's the best way to do it. If you have good content, you have people posting who really help you, who really help out the people who post questions, that's good. Because you can create all this stuff. You can spend all this time and money spending, and creating the site. But if people come and post questions, if they come and do that, and there's no one there to respond to them, to help them out, they're not going to come back and they're not going to recommend your site to somebody else. So you have to make sure, this is a must, you have to make sure that you get people to help you out and help you out in terms of getting them to help other people who come register on your site for whatever thing may be and reply to them. You need that. You need a good base of administrators and moderators and people who care about your site just as much as you do. So that way you can create the best community possible. How do you go about branding? Well, first of all, you can always use AdWords, but the best way to do it again is content. Make a name for yourself online. Do videos like I do. Post blog. Write unique content. Don't just copy from someone else. Try and think of fresh, unique content. And you will get on Google and other search engines and people start finding you. As people find you and they start reading what you write or watching or posting on your site, they will start becoming part of the community. As you pull them in, they're more likely to stay there. So you gotta brand. You gotta make sure people know where they're visiting when they come to your website. Have a logo, have a distinct look, have something about the site that people can remember, have a good name, a good slogan. All these things are good. Use Twitter. Use other social networks to build upon your site. Integrate them as best you can with everything. Have Twitter feed on your site. That way people know what you're doing at all times. If you post on Twitter, get a Twitter account. I recommend it because people will follow you and they'll start seeing, oh, this guy does this and this and this, and he has all this stuff to contribute. The more you contribute to other sites, the better your site will become. If you comment on other people's blogs, you have a little option to link back to yours. That's more links to you. If people write about you on another blog and they say, this guy's amazing, his site's awesome, this site's great, I highly recommend it, write back in comments, say thanks, I really appreciate that. The more you contribute to other people's communities, the more in return you get. And that's the best way to build a community, to let people know that you care. If you don't care, then they won't come and stay. If you do care, though, that makes it all worthwhile. All the time you spent will be repaid to you. Guaranteed. So I hope this helps. This is, building community is tough. It takes a lot of work. I've been doing this for a lot of years now, and only recently did I get this. Only recently did I start to fully grasp the concept and the idea behind how to build a community. And it really, when it hits you, it's like that. You just clicks and you get it. And I hope this video helps, of course. This has been Live.BestTechIt, the place where we talk tech and answer all the tech questions in the world. And we build communities. So, come by, stop, say hi, check us out. Live.BestTechIt, of course, as usual. And also, we have forums where you can ask questions for free and register for free. You get free support at besttechit.net/forums. Good luck if you're building a community. I really hope this helps. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments on the blog post or on YouTube or wherever. Send me a message if you like. I'll try and get back to you. I get a lot of them, so I reply to them as fast as I possibly can. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.